Hi everybody, this is Faith and today I'm going to show you how to make this 3D tulip stitch. I've used it here to make a cardigan and it's so warm. The good thing about it is that it's reversible. I can use it from this side or this side. So this is not a beginner friendly pattern, but for that adventurous beginner I'm going to show you step-by-step slow video on how to work it out. And then if you want this cardigan pattern, you can let me know in the comment section below and I'll see on how to make one for you. So in today's video I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, a darning needle, and a weight 3 yarn. So I'll be using color green for today's tutorial. To begin, we're going to make a slip knot. And then chain a multiple of 8 stitches plus 3. So we're going to have 8 times 3, that is 24, plus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have 24 stitches, then we add 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. So our first row, we're going to skip 3 stitches. So skip 1, 2, 3. And on this 4th stitch, you're going to double crochet. And then you're going to skip 3 more stitches. And on the next stitch, you're going to work 3 treble, chain 2 and 3 treble. So yarn over twice, go in that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, and then make 2 more treble crochets. So we have 3 treble crochets in that stitch. Then you're going to chain 2 and add 3 more trebles in the same stitch. So yarn over twice, go in the same stitch, work a treble crochet, then go back again, and then go back the last time. So we have 3 treble, chain 2 and 3 treble in one stitch. Then you're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and on the next chain you're going to make a puff stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and you're going to repeat this 4 more times. So second time, third, 4th and 5th, and then yarn over, pull through each stitch until you remain with 2 stitches on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. So that will be our stitch, and then you're going to yarn over twice, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and at the 4th one you're going to work 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. Then you're going to chain 2 and add 3 more trebles in the same stitch or the same chain. After that, you're going to skip 3 and work a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch you're going to work a puff. So remember to go inside that stitch 5 times. Then yarn over, pull through each loop until you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And then you're going to continue that pattern. If you made more than 24 chains, you're going to repeat that pattern. So skip the next 3 chains, and on the next chain work 3 trebles, chain 2, 3 trebles. So I'm here towards the end of my row, and you'll remain with 3 stitches or 3 chains here at the end. Skip 2, and in the last chain you're going to work 2 double crochets. So insert your hook and work a double crochet, and then add another double crochet in the same chain. So row 1 is done. Row 2, what you're going to do, you're going to turn your work, then chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, then you're going to work front post single crochets on the next 3 trebles. So insert your hook behind that stitch and make a single crochet, and repeat that in the next 2 stitches. And then when you reach here, you're going to chain 5 and turn your work bottom up, and in that chain where we did our 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble, you're going to go inside it and work a single crochet. Then chain 5, go back to your row and continue working front post single crochets in the next 3 trebles. So on top of the puff stitch and each puff stitch, we're going to work chain 2 only, and then continue with our stitch on the next trebles, working 3 front post single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and then chaining 5, flipping our work bottom up, and then in that chain we're going to work a single crochet, then chain 5, go back to your row and finish it off with 3 front post single crochets. Then you're going to chain 2, skip the puff stitch, and on the last 3 trebles you're going to work 3 front post single crochets. Then chain 5, flip our work, and then work single crochet in that chain, then chain 5, go back to our row and finish off the last 3 trebles. and then you're going to work 1 single crochet in the next stitch and 1 single crochet in the last stitch. So row 2 is done. Turn your work, and this is how the right side will look like from this row 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3. The chain 3 is a double crochet, and then you're going to yarn over twice, and on the next stitch here you're going to work 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3. So you have 1 double crochet and 3 treble crochets. And then we have a V stitch here. So in that V stitch there's a chain 2. So in this chain 2 we're going to work our puff stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook in that chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, and do this until you've gone there 5 times. Then yarn over, pull through each loop until you have 2 loops on your hook, and over, pull through the last 2. And then remember, on our chain 2 we did on our second row we chain 2 on top of every puff stitch. So in that chain 2 we are going to work our 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. And then in this V stitch you're going to work our puff stitch, and then V stitch on top of this puff. Sorry, not V stitch, they're 3 treble cluster stitch. So 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. Then in this way we're going to work a puff stitch. And when you reach the end, you're going to work 3 trebles on this single crochet. We have 2 single crochets here at the beginning. So the second single crochet, place 3 trebles in that stitch. And then 1 double crochet in the last stitch. Chain 1, turn your work. So row 4 will be something closer to row 2, but I'll show you the difference. So single crochet in the first stitch, and then in the next 3 trebles we're going to work front post single crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Then remember, where we have a puff stitch, you're going to chain 2 and skip the puff, and there we have cluster of trebles. You're going to work front post single crochets in the first 3 trebles, then you're going to chain 5, and for this row 4 and every subsequent even number of row, you're going to turn our work, and then we're going to go on this puff stitch on row 1 and work a front post single crochet. Then chain 5, get back to our row and finish off with the last 3 trebles. Then chain 2, skip the puff and continue with our 3 front post single crochets. Then chain 5, flip our work, go to the puff on row 1 and work a front post single crochet. Then chain 5, flip our work back to our row and then work the last 3 treble by working front post single crochets. Then chain 2, skip the puff and work 3 front post single crochets. And then the last stitch, which was our chain 3, we're going to go and work a single crochet. Then row 5 will be same as row 1. The only difference is instead of working on chains, we're going to work on stitches. So chain 3 and then work a double crochet on the same stitch, and then on top of every puff stitch, that chain 2 space, you are going to work 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. And then in this V stitch, we're going to work a puff, and then yarn over twice and work a 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. And then work a puff on this V stitch, then puff on top, 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble on top of this puff stitch. Then when you reach after working your last cluster of 3 trebles, you're going to go in the last stitch and place 2 single crochets, 2 double crochets. So row 6, which is going to be somehow similar to row 2, we're going to turn our work, then chain 1, single crochet in the first 2 stitches, then work front post single crochets on the next 3 stitches, chain 5, flip your work, and then right at the bottom of that treble cluster, you're going to go and work a front post single crochet on the puff stitch, then chain 5, flip back to your work and then finish off the last 3 trebles in that cluster. Chain 2, skip the puff and continue with your pattern on the next treble cluster stitches by working 3 front post single crochet, chain 5, flip your work, and then at the bottom of that V you're going to work a front post single crochet on the puff stitch, then chain 5, get back to our row and finish off the last 3 trebles by working front post single crochets. Chain 2, skip the puff, continue with the 3 front post single crochets, then chain 5, flip your work, work a front post single crochet on top of that puff stitch, then chain 5, go back to your row and finish off with 3 front post single crochets. When you reach the end of your row, you're going to work 1 single crochet on the next stitch and 1 single crochet on the last stitch. So that will be our row pattern. You can go back and rewind. So our row pattern will be row 3, 4, 5 and 6 until you get your desired pattern or size, and then you'll just finish off your work. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, may God bless you so much. Thank you and bye.